Item: SCP-1255. Codename: Grapes from Dawn Farm and Ranch. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures: all instances of SCP-1255 are to be preserved in an airtight container and kept in a freezer unit maintained at a temperature of -17°C. All containers storing SCP-1255 instances must be clearly labeled that they are not for consumption. In the event personnel are found to have consumed SCP-1255, medical staff should be immediately contacted for an emergency expulsion of stomach contents to prevent conversion into SCP-1255-1. There are currently 93 instances of SCP-1255-1 in containment. Live instances of SCP-1255-1 should be contained at Site-063 in a standard 5x7 meters containment chamber with a heat lamp and are to be inspected bi-monthly for instances of SCP-1255. Instances of SCP-1255-1 are to be provided 2 liters of water bi-weekly. Testing of SCP-1255-1 instances must be approved by Dr. TAP. Investigation into the Group of Interest Dawn Farm and Ranch is currently ongoing. Description: SCP-1255 is a species of Vitis vinifera 1 genetically similar to the red globe variation. Instances of SCP-1255 are often reddish-pink in color and contain microscopic seeds. Consumption of SCP-1255 will cause the subject, herein referred to as SCP-1255-1, to experience a series of physical and mental changes, otherwise referred to as the growth cycle 2. Upon an MRI scan of an SCP-1255-1 instance, it has been discovered that the seeds within SCP-1255 will become attached to the outer tissue of the stomach wall upon consumption. The seeds will emit an unknown acidic substance, breaking down stomach fibers enough not to harm SCP-1255-1 and for the seed to exit the stomach and enter the bloodstream. SCP-1255 possesses a gene that allows it to trick the white blood cells into allowing its seeds to travel through the bloodstream as a non-foreign object. SCP-1255 seeds will travel through the veins of SCP-1255-1 until it reaches the brain. SCP-1255 will sprout within the brain of SCP-1255-1, altering the memories and behavior of their host in order to aid in the spread and survival of SCP-1255. SCP-1255-1 will experience these changes over a period of time ranging between 1 week to 1 month. The growth cycle occurs over the following stages. Stage 03. SCP-1255-1 reports symptoms of nausea and headaches. Stage 1. SCP-1255-1 will feel a compulsion to seek out the nearest light source available for. SCP-1255-1's veins will become more visible on the skin and will become dark green in color. Stage 2. SCP-1255-1 will enter a catatonic state under the light source. SCP-1255-1's veins will grow out of SCP-1255-1's skin in the form of thick, waxy vines. These vines will grow around instances of SCP-1255-1. SCP-1255-1 will no longer require energy from food and rather gain energy from photosynthesis. In addition, the fingernails of SCP-1255-1 will mutate into a thin wood. The fingernails will begin growing at 100,000 times the rate of normal human fingernails, capable of growing up to 3.0 meters per day. Stage 3. The vines produced by SCP-1255-1 will produce green, bud-like flowers. Stage 45. The flowers will grow into instances of SCP-1255. Stage 5. Once at least 1 kilogram of SCP-1255 have reached fruition, SCP-1255-1 will regain consciousness and begin harvesting the SCP-1255 instances. SCP-1255-1's fingernails will have grown into a basket shape and is used to hold the SCP-1255 instances. Stage 6. After every instance of SCP-1255 has been harvested, the vines surrounding SCP-1255-1 will retract back into the body of SCP-1255-1 and will return to a healthy blue color. The fingernails will also return to healthy human fingernails and will grow at the normal rate once again. After a growth cycle is completed, SCP-1255-1 will then attempt to convince any nearby subjects to consume SCP-1255. If no one is nearby SCP-1255-1 while distributing SCP-1255, then SCP-1255-1 will leave the basket of SCP-1255 at a doorstep for someone to discover. When provided with paper, SCP-1255-1 has been found to write the following note. Hello. I recently moved in several blocks down and I wanted to introduce myself to you. You weren't home at the time I came by, so I decided to leave my gift at your doorstep. I grew it myself. Sincerely, name, 6 Dawn on 132 Raisin Drive 7. When there are no remaining instances of SCP-1255 left to distribute, SCP-1255-1 will re-enter the growth cycle. SCP-1255-1 usually have a life expectancy of less than 1 year. Upon expiration, SCP-1255-1 will decompose at 10 times the rate of a normal human cadaver, leaving vines of SCP-1255 in the remains. Addendum 1255.1. SCP-1255 was first discovered in California after reports of a family of human-plant hybrids were spotted in a local residence resulted in the dispatch of MTF-Theta-4 gardeners. 5 instances of SCP-1255-1 in the Stage 4 phase of the growth cycle were found in the backyard of the location. The subjects were identified as the Rivera family, including 1 adult male, 1 adult female, 2 adolescent males, and 1 juvenile female. During an inspection of the residence, a basket containing SCP-1255 was found in the kitchen of the building. MTF-Theta-6 had quickly matched the SCP-1255 instances to the fruit growing on several of the SCP-1255-1 instances. A postcard was discovered nearby the basket. Written in cursive on the front is Dawn Farm and Ranch. The back of the note states the following. Congratulations. Out of the nearby homes in the area, your residence was selected as the first to enjoy a sample basket of our newest, juiciest, red grape crop. We hope you enjoy the first of our new grape crop as much as we do, since you are the first to get a taste. Sincerely, Dawn Farm and Ranch. 132 Raisin Drive. Dawn Farm and Ranch prides themselves in providing healthy food to our consumers. Dawn Farm and Ranch has been family-owned and operated for over 30 years and has never failed to satisfy. If you are unsatisfied with our product, please contact us at 1-800-DAWN. 8. The 5 instances of SCP-1255-1 and the container of SCP-1255 were both recovered without any casualties. Class A amnestics were administered to witnesses of the SCP-1255-1 instances. Footnotes. 1. Grapes. 2. These changes have been noted to be similar to those experienced in late stages of SCP-3342 implantation. 3. Note: Stage 0 has only been found to occur during the very first growth cycle of SCP-1255-1 due to SCP-1255 not being at its potency. All subsequent cycles begin at Stage 1. 4. Instances of SCP-1255-1 seem to prefer being in a source of sunlight, but will often resort to using artificial light should sunlight be unavailable. 5. SCP-1255 does not appear to require pollen from other instances of SCP-1255-1 in order to successfully germinate. Self-pollination methods are the accepted theory at this time. 6. First name varies with each note produced. The first name is usually a variant of a common Western name. 7. The note will usually have a random combination of numbers on Raisin Drive. While records of Raisin Drive exist in 5 separate countries around the world, the addresses listed on the notes are always fake. 8. 1-800-DAWN does not exist on any existing telephone locations. Calling the number results in a recorded voice informing the caller that the number does not exist.